Cookie narration volume set to 100.
And the Cowboys will kick it away first. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hacks to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Using the quick game. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. It's a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Frost. Starting to feel a little pressure. Makes the grab, it's Williamson. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. They'll run it from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. He'll try it again. There he goes. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. They move to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Steps away to find some room. He wants it all. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Wyoming Cowboys offense will take the field for the first time. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
First down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Richardson. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. The Cowboys with the 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Cowboys line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Tyson. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. Brings him to the open. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Frost. Setting up the screen. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Those defenses were smelling blood and the quarterback got down. Smart move. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He's got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feet. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. So close to cashing it in for this. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. And the returner will be knocked down. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He'll take it himself. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. And the Cowboys line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Anderson wants to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Richardson. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Cowboys have their offense in high gear. Motion from the wideout. Handoff from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Cowboys send out the punt unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Oh, he's got a chance. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, he makes the catch. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Frost. Got it in the middle, it's Williamson.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's got the back in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The inside handoff. Sweet cut there. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Tyson. The grab and go as he takes it in for the touchdown. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
And they tacked on the extra point.
Set to advance on the football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Anderson will throw. Dumps it to the back. Hits the open man. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
27 on the play. First down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they touchdown Wyoming. A great catch and run for 6.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Crosses to 35. Turns it on at midfield. Hits a seam wide open. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. South Carolina somehow, some way, found a way there in Columbia and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Didn't find much running room on first down. 2nd and 8 from their own 27. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. As It's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play.
Turning it on. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers and the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Using his legs, it's Scott. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
The Cowboys will send out the punt unit.
Odds have punted away.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Frost. Got his man down the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. Past the 10. Lean for the wire. Touchdown.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field to score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a play that can build momentum, a 78-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Wyoming. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's got it. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is four-down territory. They go to the ground. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late.
Got enough space. And they've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Goes to the knee, and that will wrap it up, and their magical season continues.
4
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. And that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Black Knights will put total leather and will get started. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Downfield, it's Frost. Fires to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell.
Oh, he's got some space. Past the 50. The 30. He's at the 10. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cadets offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation and make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Breaks the tackle. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The Black Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll leave it with him. Makes a man miss. There he goes. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The Black Knights can do it on the ground with a Mr. Inside or Mr. Outside. They just love to run it.
They'll do it however way you want it. Whether it's inside and they're going to give the first one or they're going to run the option off it, you're going to get a steady dose of running the football. They will check to see how physical you want to be in a football game.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but, man, you've got to protect. You've got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
Pulls it in. It's Fortner. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. And the Black Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the big fullback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to go toss to get to the perimeter, but how about the DBs beating their blocks and using their speed to get upfield and create the negative play?
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. From the gun, the ground game. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. They'll run the sneak for it. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. Under fire. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Frost. Snagged in the middle, it's Bentley. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. And he's in for the touchdown.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Can't get him to the ground. Got the 1st down and more. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. On the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. The Black Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Just feeds the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man, those last two plays were disasters, and now it's 3rd and 17. Quarterback on the keeper. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Black Knights will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He's got it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Starts to scramble to the left. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Frost. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with second. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. He's at the touchdown. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying play action. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown! On the double. They'll start this drive going to the air. Going to try to get it himself.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The give to the tailback. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. And into the end zone for a touchdown. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Makes a grab past the marker. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Army!
Let's go.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback will keep it. Didn't get. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Turning it on! Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Frost. Extending the play. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hard running there. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights. That puts them on top here in the 4th. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Now this offense is back on the field. Looking for room. It's Tyson. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the 4th quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra 1st downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the 1st down.
They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
To throw, it's Frost. Thanks to grab. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter, takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
The Black Knights in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down. The give to the big fullback. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. This offense has it with really good field position. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Leaves it with the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us in San Jose, California, home to the San Jose State Spartans. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, a crew looking to make a statement. Taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the San Jose State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Spartans will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And, David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole year because of the physical pounding. It's been tremendous so far.
Yeah, can he keep it up is the question. And I think when I think back to the first half of this college football season, I think a lot of the most memorable moments and the best highlights have been this guy, right? He has shown up for his football team. He's done incredible things. Can he do that now in the second half of the season and make that Heisman push?
Leaves it with the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Frost. Finds his tight end. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. It's a running play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Rides the back and leaves it. And he'll be shoved out of bounds right at the 4-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Lets it fly into their happy place for a touchdown. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the San Jose State Spartans offense will go to work for the first time today. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game, like we've seen throughout his career, when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
To the air on second down. Rushes on him. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coleman. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to throw on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Guys, let's think for just a moment about San Jose State. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a three-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. Caught over the middle. It's Bentley. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Frost. On the move to his left. Fires to the big fella. And they'll knock him down.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. You know, rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
There he goes. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Looking downfield on first down. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on 4th and goal. Did he get that foot down? He did! Touchdown!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. Might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bates. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Fights off the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. On first down. Got him downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. Mark it at the 14. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure. One has the same call. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
They send the tight end in motion. Off play action on first down. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Spartans didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartan! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And now this offense will take the field again. Makes it past the marker. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. The give on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. How about that last drive? Just carved them up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Guys, let's talk for a moment about San Jose State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Second down, they'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Starling.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
He wants to throw it again. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
6-9-1, Gator score.
Looking to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31. The Spartans come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on third. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. They'll try the run. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw, it's Frost. Right on the money. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on first and 10. Finding open areas. On his feet at the 40. Turning it on. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. He's up to 113 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You've got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Trying to get the edge on the right. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Spartans are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. A strike downfield. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Spartans will line it up on first and 10.
Timeout, San Jose State.
To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Riley. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Spartans in the hurry up. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage.
First down.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. That should be the final play of the first half. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it, and stopped the clock. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Good, right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break in half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain, so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Good enough for a first down.
Back to the ground game on the left. Oh, he's got some space.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now
he's got it. First down and more. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30. The Spartans look to keep this drive humming. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. And his throw is incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough, 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. The sure hands, it's Starling. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Holding, receiving team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Looking to throw, it's Frost. Under fire. He's got him. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They bring the punter onto the field now. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Hand off from the shotgun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Shakes off the defender. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. Into the end zone. Touchdown, San Jose State. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in this situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw in 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Using his legs, it's Tyson. There he goes. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. That's the end of the quarter. San Jose State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. He'll pull it on the read. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Frost. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And they're able to make the tackle.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. It's a 1-score game lead, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on 1st down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold on.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Frost. Working that left side now. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. And they're looking for a 4th quarter lead, and they'll need a touchdown to do it. 1st and goal. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can... Big guy tries to barrel in. And it's in for a touchdown. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to do it.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more.
Oh, it's a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. 3rd down is where the money is made, but they're lucky to be here after that ball was loose. Rides the back on the option, the give. Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. With the catch, it's Coleman. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Looking to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. Direct snap. Finds a little space. Ernie on the Jets. He's at touchdown, Spartan. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Never a reason to panic. Just run your offense. Plenty of time here. Down 1 possession late in the 4th. Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. It's complete to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Pocket breaking down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The defense will try to hold up one more time. Under 2 minutes to go. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. They get to him as he throws. They're working that left side. He did not get there, and they'll have to give up the football, and they might have just seen this game slip away. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the time. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. To the air, it's Frost. Here's a heat. He's open on the right. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Looking to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down work.
The offense coughs it up. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Defense is able to go out and shut the door. They put the clamps down. A big lead, and with that fumble, they're going to win the game. You've got to give this defense credit for finishing.
The clock keeps going tick, 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 tick as the offense takes a knee inside. A minute to go in this one.